Yes, we're at the StazLoLoveEats home. Look at this beautiful tree. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Too many ornaments. A lot of them. Star Wars, Star Trek, Swiss ornament, blown glass, God knows what else. And of course, every abominable snowman. He's gone overboard. Yeah, table set for tomorrow. I hope we have enough wine. You think I'm kidding? No. A manger. And trust me, she even has a village. Gorgeous. The reason for the season. And of course, a whole wine cooler. And here we have beloved Laura.
Hello, darling. Mwah!
Hi Laura, how are you?
Happy Thanksgiving. I am fabulous.
What do you got for us?
We're preparing for tomorrow's beautiful event. We are so greatly looking forward to having family and friends here tomorrow for our celebration. And so we are actually beginning our day tomorrow at around 5 a.m. to go to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Why?
Because you have been invited by our Mayor de Blasio to attend. So you have just picked up tickets for that gorgeous event, and we will be heading to the grandstand together, which I have never done in my entire life. Now, I work at Macy's, and even the biggest managers at Macy's do not attend this event. So, thank you, my love. I cannot wait. I have never done this before in my entire life. I can't wait. So, we'll be getting up at 5 a.m. So, we are preparing tonight because we have a big day tomorrow.
Beautiful. What do we got?
So, tonight we have started with,
Pecan pie?
Well, it's not exactly a pecan pie. It is the traditional pecan topping. Well, not exactly. But it is a brownie based with chocolate pudding base pecan, my version, pie with gorgeous, gorgeous pecans from Georgia, and these are mixed with beautiful New England maple syrup and brown sugar, and that is just going to be a wonderful accompaniment in a different way to our meal tomorrow. We have this beautiful leaf bread that's coming tomorrow. I did not make it, but it is traditional, and it is French. And it's what I always had when my mom prepared it for us.
Yay.
So today, however, we are going to do a very simple version of what I think is the best version of doing a pumpkin pie. Now, I think pumpkin is wonderful. Pumpkin pie tends to be dry and bland, in my opinion.
Okay.
Very low and shallow. But what I love to do is a beautiful pumpkin mousse.
Pumpkin mousse.
Pumpkin mousse.
Antlers and all?
Yes, all of that. With an Oreo cookie base, but I also love to use these famous wafers. They're flat chocolate wafers that are very popular to use when you're doing a crust for a cake. So,
are these counted?
Yes, I'm counting. Not exactly. We'll add one at the end here.
These are not Oreos. These are chocolate chip Oreos.
Well, they're actually, I never actually buy regular Oreos. I buy Oreos filled with cocoa. So, for anyone who loves Oreos, these are chocolate Oreos. Very unusual. Absolutely delicious. My favorite. So we're going to combine famous wafers.
A whole box?
A whole box of famous wafers.
I ate one.
I know, so I'm adding a few more. And
but I only ate one.
Yeah. I know, I like this mix best. So we're going to take all of these. We're going to put them in our Cuisinart processor.
It's going to make noise?
It's going to make some noise.
Stop looking at me. I like the Oreos.
I'm going to melt some butter. And actually, I think I'll add a little more butter. So we're going to melt this butter. We're going to make the crust. Now I don't, sometimes sugar is added to this. I don't like to add any additional sugar. I like it to be as dense and rich as possible. So I'm just going to take this, I'm going to very quickly melt it in the microwave. And while I'm melting that, I'm going to process the cookie base.
While she's doing that, I'm going to tell you how grateful I am that I'll be gaining the best 10 pounds of my life. And I'm going to find the creative ways of losing them. As a matter of fact, let me show you what she has. That's what I thought. Whip and a ball. But actually the zip ties, I have no idea what she's talking about. The ball is actually for the dishwasher, but she put it aside. I don't know. Let's go back.
Alright, so these are almost done. We want to just pulse them till just done. Now we're going to stop. We're going to see if our butter's ready, because I don't like it to overcook. I like it to be just done. And
I guess if it turns brown, it's bad, right?
just, brown butter is wonderful, but we don't want brown butter here. We want regular, beautifully done butter. I'm going to now add that in a stream. I typically count to 12.
Nice.
And I know that that's now ready to go.
That was it?
That's it, love. So we're now going to take that.
You make it look easy.
And we're going to, now I use a springform pan. There's no need to butter the springform pan. There's no need to spray the springform pan.
Is that because there's butter inside?
The springform pan is ready to go without anything extra. So now I'm taking my springform pan. I am putting in all of this beautiful, beautiful mix of famous wafers and double chocolate Oreos. Gorgeous. And you really need to use your hand for this. So you have to take your, as Julia Child would say, your immaculately clean hand, and you're going to go around the periphery of the springform pan.
Oh my God, this reminds me of oh my love, my darling, I hunger for your what's
Touch.
This? No, not touch. What's this? A mousse? Your mousse, a pine.
Yeah.
Only time. So, speaking of time,
So-
how long does this take, prep-wise?
Alright, this is very easy and very quick. So this is much easier than doing a traditional, in my opinion, pumpkin pie. And of course you can buy that. Any supermarket has traditional pumpkin pie. There's nothing wrong with it. It's lovely. But I like to do something unique and fluffy and gorgeous. So we take this now. We basically just gently press this in up the sides. So you want to have a beautiful, beautiful chocolate crust around the sides of the entire pie. And also make sure the base is ready to go. So our base is ready to go. And now we're going to whip the ingredients.
Whip. Should we come back or should we just hang out?
No, we're gonna hang out. So now in this mix, we're going to take pumpkin puree. Now, you can get fresh pumpkins, you can blanch them, you can cook them, but this is really the easiest. Traditional, my mom used, everybody uses, very simple pumpkin puree, 1 can of pumpkin puree. We're going to take that and we're going to put that into our bowl.
So all you need is one can.
1 can of pumpkin puree.
I'm sure when we were working at Sal's and running it, probably used to make like about how many of these?
Well, we would always be open until Halloween, and we had lots of
okay.
beautiful fall desserts. So to this we're going to add about 3/4 cup of light brown sugar.
Okay.
We're going to add a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar.
Okay.
We're going to add some vanilla,
Vanilla.
real vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract. We're going to add about a 1/2, just so everyone sees, about a 1/2, a little more of vanilla. And we are going to add our, now this typically calls for just whole cream cheese. I like to add the Italian mascarpone cheese.
Masca who?
So this is Italian mascarpone. It's like a cream cheese. It's made in Italy. I love Belgioso. So we're going to do that in addition to our regular cream cheese because it's just very flavorful and very dense in its flavor composition. So we're going to take about
1/2 of it?
10 ounces, all of it, of the
Do you have any
mascarpone.
more mascarpone?
No, Stas, darling.
I wanna try
Don't
it.
worry, we have plenty of it here. You may try a mouthful.
So it tastes different than regular cream cheese.
Does it taste more rich?
It tastes like almost like ricotta cheese.
It's a dense version of
But
cream
it's thicker.
cheese.
It's thicker than cream cheese.
It's very thick. It's very rich, but we're going to use the traditional as well.
I don't need to taste it. I've had it before.
We're going to use the traditional cream cheese as well. We're going to use basically what we call 2 bricks. One,
Now, how are you going to whip that?
and we're going to take 2. One moment, love. So we're going to take 2 bricks of cream cheese, traditional cream cheese, which, you know, is what everyone expects. And it makes it nice and thick and rich. And we're also now going to take, I'm going to wash my
If you
hands.
don't want did you say bricks for cream cheese?
Yes.
Have you been watching Narcos? Because I think they use the same term there. Bricks.
Really? Oh dear.
Bricks.
I don't know. That's interesting.
I not speak English, man. Feliz Navidad. I got no green card.
Oh dear, I didn't say that.
Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna also take some sour cream because that makes it creamy. Now that's a healthy 1/3 cup of sour cream.
Coffee portion.
And that's gonna make it just a little bit fluffier, lighter. It's really what we want. It's the kind of the consistency that we want. We're gonna add some flour. This is just regular flour. And this is about 2.5 tablespoons.
Now, why are you adding the flour?
And the flour is just to keep it all together. It holds everything together. We also have some ground cinnamon. We're gonna add about 1/2 teaspoon of that. So basically, boom boom. And we're gonna add some pumpkin pie spice because, oh, this is brand new, so we need to open this. I'm sorry. I like to use my teeth for that. It's the easiest way.
We have a good dentist. Dr. Dean Baffiadis.
Dr. Z, yes. Exactly.
The New York Smile Institute.
Yes.
You chip a tooth, he'll replace it. He's good at implants. You know what I'm talking about?
And so we're gonna add about the same pumpkin pie spice to that, and that's about 1/2 teaspoon also. Now we are going to, now everything is in. Everything's in. We're going to take our beater, and I have had this one for a very long
So
time.
basically, you don't necessarily need like a KitchenAid mixer.
Well, this is a KitchenAid, but this is a KitchenAid portable, and I've had it forever, so it works beautifully.
But if you had a KitchenAid mixer, would it come more handy?
No, I have a Cuisinart.
I was going to get one for Christmas, but it saves me a lot of money.
All right, so we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna put it at the lowest level just to get it going. We'll mix this, and gorgeous.
It took about what, 5 minutes?
No, we're just gonna amalgamate it.
Amalgamate. In English.
We're going to meld together all the elements.
You could have said meld, fuse, bind, combine, mix. But no, she has to use freaking SAT words.
Amalgamate is a simple version of just bringing together everything that we're doing here. All these gorgeous spices for the holiday season.
So you on low right now?
I'm on low, and we don't need to be any higher than that. We're going to now do each egg individually. And the reason why we do each egg individually is because we don't want to
Use the yolks.
We don't want to surprise the ingredients by adding more than one at a time.
Once you have a meeting, hey, cream cheese, meat whatever, the Italian cream cheese. Hey, che pazzo? Hey, che dice? Hey, you want 2 eggs? Hey, che pazzo? Like, weren't they in a refrigerator? I'm sure they were in there together. Somebody had to talk. They were on the same level.
So we're going to take each egg individually so as not to surprise the ingredients and as to gently introduce them to one another.
Oh, wow.
And that
Look how fluffy it is.
And that's what brings us to this beautiful, light, fluffy texture that you really can't get if you're doing a traditional pumpkin pie. And we don't want to overmix. There's no need to overmix. So we already have everything in here that we need. The last egg is going in now. The last egg is being introduced to the rest. And now we're just going to very gently make sure that everything is amalgamated together. Beautiful mix of ingredients. And I'm going to count to 5, and I'm going to be done.
Now, how do you know if you overmix?
Because the end result is going to be not as fluffy and not as beautiful as you expected.
Because I'm noticing it's very fluffy.
It's very fluffy because we don't overdo anything. We just do everything gently. We have it be very gentle. We already have our oven that's been preheating at 350.
350.
Okay, so now I'm going to take this absolutely beautiful mix.
Pour me!
And I'm going to bring this gorgeous mix into my chocolate crust. And it really does look like a mousse. It looks like the texture and the vibrancy of what a chocolate mousse pie would be like.
Now, would you serve this with any kind of whipped cream?
Well, yes, darling. This is going to be served with a bourbon whipped cream.
Bourbon.
Which I'm going to have to call upon you tomorrow to provide
bourbon
to me. We're going to do a beautiful bourbon fresh whipped cream tomorrow to order. So now we're going to just smooth that out, just gently and beautifully.
While she's smoothing, get a load of this. She got me Eagle Rare Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It's 10 years old, so it's probably decent. But did she get it for me? Yeah, of course. But she also got it for the bourbon whipped cream. Is that right?
Actually, no, I wasn't thinking about that because you had Maker's Mark in the house, which you finished. And by beautiful happenstance, this was on order for you for Thanksgiving as a present.
Thank you, my love.
So it worked out, and so now I'm just smoothing it over. Now a lot of people use a knife. I think we can make it work this way. And we're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous pumpkin mousse cheesecake that is going to now go in the oven, and we're going to...
Let me ask you, some people would say, why don't you use a utensil?
We can use anything we like, but for me, it's all about ease. What do we have on hand? I don't have that on hand, and I want to make it easy for everyone, so I think this is the way to go. Simple, easy, that took so little time, And instead of having a traditional pumpkin pie, which is nice, you can have a traditional pumpkin pie, but you can also have this. So now this is going to go in a 350-degree oven.
For how long?
And I'm going to put this in for 55 minutes. So just a little under an hour.
So we'll come back.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I love you. Bye.
I love you.
So, we're back.
Hello, darling. So we are about 50 minutes or so into this cooking of this pumpkin cheesecake mousse pie with chocolate crust. And what we want to look for when this is coming out
Yes.
is that the edges are set. The edges are set, and the center is a little wobbly.
But do that again?
The edges are set, and the center is a little wobbly. That's perfect because that's going to set more as it cools for about 4 hours.
So hold on. So it continues to cook and set for 4 hours afterwards?
Yeah, it's going to continue to congeal, to come together, to
There's
set.
There's a SAT word.
After about 4 hours, it's going to be ready to refrigerate. Now this really needs to refrigerate overnight.
So we're not going to sleep until what time? Oh, it's 9:25, so 4 hours, that's like 1:30, and then we end up at 5? How's it going to work?
Well, I'm getting up at 5 to get ready to go to the parade with you. So we're going to check this in about, we're not. We're going to basically let it sit here, and then we're going to refrigerate it before our guests come tomorrow. And then by the time we get back, it will be ready to go.
All right, see, because I want to take you to this.
What, darling? Yeah, yes,
The mayor de Blasio.
Yeah.
It's Sanctuary City. I want to get my tax money worth. All right.
We're not going to give that up for a cake, but we are going to enjoy seeing this come together. And we're going to do everything. We're going to go there. We're going to come back. We're going to make turkey. We're going to bake your Cajun turkey. We're going to have everything ready to go tomorrow.
Anyway, happy Thanksgiving, my beloved.
Happy Thanksgiving, darling.
Love you all. Bye.